Hi, my name is Kevin Furman. Welcome to 10 Steps to Unbelievable Rolls. This is step number 7. So if you haven't checked out 1 through 6, you better go do that. Anyway, step 7 kind of puts things together a bit and gets you to a point where you actually feel like you're beginning to roll. This is where I'm going to introduce the idea of the metronome. I haven't really talked about that a whole lot yet because it's been a little bit more about muscle training than timing training. Now we're getting into the timing part of it. So in step 7, you really do want to get to a point where you're being even between the right, and left. Now, this is sort of assuming you've seen 1 through 6, so please go do that if you haven't. Anyway, so what you want to do is start using a metronome to keep track of how fast you're doing things and try to match up with a metronome. So what I would recommend is if you don't have one, you need to get a metronome. Super important. Any musician that's worth their weight in salt, even, let alone gold, uses a metronome as a great tool. Too many people I know have them, sort of use them, don't use them, ignore them, don't like them, whatever. That's too bad. That's really too bad because they're a great tool to help with your timing, and if you use them correctly, can really propel you forward pretty quickly. So here's the idea. I'll set this aside for a second. In step 6, we talked about doing right, okay? Right, left. So right, and then left, without really any regard for timing. So it wasn't a matter of trying to connect everything up and make it sound even and all that. It was just a matter of just trying to get right hand and left hand and going back and forth. Okay, step 7, now we're going to worry about timing. Okay, like I said. So what you want to try to do is just listen to the notes and just they'll be even. Da, 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 da. So if you da, right, even. That's what you hear. So if you're just to play back and forth, you want to hear the same sort of thing. Now, if you're having trouble being consistent, then go back to 6 and 7, work on your consistency. All right, step 7 is about putting it together. So if you're not there yet, then you need to keep going and practicing your consistency with step 6, let's say. All right, and or 5 even. So anyway, so 7, right, you want to go there. Now, what I would suggest is take your metronome, turn it on to about 80, okay, which is about where I was. Okay, so turn that on, so you should be able to hear that also. And then you just try to match that with your bounces. So think of it as right, left, right, left. So 80 is a good place to start. It's really kind of ideal right now in my mind. That might be a little slow for some of you. Okay, so that might feel like, wow, I can't make it bounce that slow. That's really frustrating. The next tempo up that really kind of fits the range of the beginning part of this is 90. That might be a little bit easier for some of you, okay? Still, what you really want to do is make sure you're not reverting to any sort of squeezing. Make sure you feel your pinkies getting pushed by the stick. Talked about that in the last couple steps, all right? So make sure that your pinkies are staying on the stick and you're feeling the stick push those fingers around. You're not squeezing it all. And you're keeping up to speed with the metronome. Okay, ideally you want to try to get to 80. So if 90 is easier to start, well then maybe back it up to 88 and try that for a while. And then do 86 and back, do it again, then 84, then 82, and 80. Get it down to where 80 is doable for you. That will mean you've got a ton of control with how fast you can do this. Okay, so at 80, you really do understand the timing and how to get the sticks to bounce where you want them to bounce. And that has to do with just how relaxed you are and how consistent you are about that. So there's that. All right, so again, 80 is ideal. 90 is a good starting place, but 80 is ideal. So try to work down to 80 if you can. And you can obviously go faster. So there's nothing wrong with going quicker than that. I would recommend is maybe start at 90. Let's go to there again. For most of you, that might be easier, right? So you start at 90. What I would do is go at 90 and then for a minute. And if you can keep it there for a minute without more than 2-3 mistakes, meaning you don't, or I did that, or some other version than that rhythm you're hearing. You want to get that rhythm, right? So do that for a minute. And if you can do that for a minute, great. Then go to 92. Again, one wrist motion, down, up, 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 down, up. Do that for a minute. If you can do that for a minute, great. Then go to 94 and do it again. Okay, notice I'm going up by 2s. That's really a smart thing to do. Don't go too fast too soon. Too many people try to just jump. They're like, oh, I get it. Yeah, I can roll. Man, I'm just going to go. And then they start to revert really quickly to the squeezing, and then they don't use their fingers, and they get, oh, yeah, see, I can roll. And they've completely negated all their work so far, and now they're back to square one of, oh, now I got tension again. Okay, so don't do that. Okay, so really work your muscles. I guess ideally you want to maybe work up to 120. I'll show you what that sounds like. To start, like as a beginning goal, try to get to 120. But only go up by 2s, right? Don't just go to 120 right now and say, see, I can do it. That's fine. But if you can't do 90 and you can't do 80, you don't have the full range of control that we need. Okay, so you need to work all the range of the speeds, not just 120. Okay, I'm good. I got rolls down. And that's actually the range that really works it. So start around 90, maybe 80 would be ideal, but 90 would be okay. Try to work down to 80 and also up to 120. You can certainly go way faster if you'd like, but right in this step, that's really all you need, is try to get to a point where it's really going back and forth very smoothly. So step 7 is all about right, left, right, left in time. Okay? Again, 90 is a good place to start, 80 is ideal. Try to get up to 120, go from 90 to 92 to 94, etc., all the way up to 120. Don't skip and just jump by 5s or 10s, go by 2s. It really will go a very, very long way in training you and doing it correctly. All right, hope this has been helpful, and I'll see you around at step 8. Thanks for checking out 10 Steps to Unbelievable Rolls. Take care. See you around.